project really exemplifies a new way of working for the institutions and communities here in Minneapolis. It's not that good ideas have not come before or great outreach projects haven't happened before. It's just that this project has been able to pull together some of the best things that people have ever done and coalesce them into something very beautiful and hopeful.
This opportunity to collaborate with the arts community in Minneapolis and really established a common ground that talks about respecting the children in the neighborhood, respecting culture and tradition in the neighborhood, and yet developing art skills in this particular dance program is one that we're so excited about.
I'd like to tell you that the arts community also is getting something back from this experience. It's not just giving to the children, but by finding all the talent that's out there and all that potential, which is there, no question about it, there's so much talent. We are gaining, the arts community is gaining by accessing that talent and accessing those children and being able to, at the same time, build a new audience space for ballet and develop new ballet dancers.
How did you like it in the ballet?
Fine. It was fun.
Did you enjoy the other people dancing? Did you enjoy the other people who were dancing?
Yeah.
Did you?
You Did you like being in the Nutcracker?
Yep. Yes.
Do you like the teachers?
Yes, very much.
Who's your favorite teacher?
DJ.
Mine too.
I've always been interested in teaching. I danced, went through the school and performed professionally, and then started teaching when I was 18, and I was always real interested in teaching. And I always knew I wanted to work with children in some capacity. We had 60 students, people that showed an interest and a desire to really commit to the project and make rehearsals. They had to make class twice a week and rehearsal once a week, and they made that commitment. They were kids from all over the city, pretty much, you know, divided equally between the north and the south side.
And how did you get involved in the City Children's Nutcracker?
Actually, Mom brought it up while I was eating, and she just said, do I want to do it?
It was just at the park, and you just signed up for it. It showed a couple kids doing some of the dance, and then you just signed up for it.
So what did you think at the first class? What did you think about it?
It was pretty hard, the first class, because you didn't know what was going to happen.
What were the practices like? I don't know that one.
The park kids were 7 to 12, ages 7 to 12, and we picked that mostly because the kids are more trainable at that age, kind of too young, below 7, and they can't concentrate. and they're really not ready for the discipline of ballet, but much older than 12, and their bodies are already kind of formed, and it makes it very hard to train them. I think the discipline involved in ballet was hard for them to understand at first. It was, you know, in their park setting where they're used to running around, but the discipline of the ballet class is very strict, and they adapted quite well. In fact, I think they thrived on the structure and really seemed to thrive on the discipline factor of ballet, and they caught on very, very quickly. They learned the vocabulary, which is all in French, and they caught on right away to the French vocabulary.
What did you like about the Nutcracker?
Mostly I liked doing all the easy stuff.
Like?
What?
Like?
The chasses. And the pliés, and the relevés, and the sautés.
What did you really hate about this?
The thing that I really hated most was having to work so hard.
What did you think bored you?
The thing, what?
What do you think bored you the most? Was boring.
Nothing. Most of it was totally exciting.
We had 3 teachers come together from diverse backgrounds in the city, and those kids really got a very well-rounded training. So Louis Whitlock III and Derek Phillips were teachers with me on this project, and just our backgrounds and our ability in different areas really complemented each other. Louis Whitlock III, he's done a lot of directing around town. He's a professor of in the theater department at Mankato State. He's a professor of movement, and he has directed Black Nativity and many, many, many other shows, produced and directed and choreographed throughout the Twin Cities. And he was just a wonderful influence for those kids. And
Your favorite part?
When we got to jump across the stage.
Hey, there's an upside to it too.
Oh yeah,
athletic. We get more athletic ability.
We got lots of height. We can jump higher and stuff.
If you let us jump higher, want a demonstration?
No, okay.
Come on.
Let's do some swimming play. Are you gonna get out of here?
The exit sign.
Top or the bottom?
Here we go. No!
And that concludes our demonstration.
Classes like? What did you think about the dance classes?
The first few I thought were pretty boring because we had to do the same thing over and over again. But then once I started learning the things and I started getting them right, then it didn't get as boring.
I think dancing is a part of me, and it comes naturally, and so I like to do it, kind of like my hobby.
I like just having the privilege to be in it, because a lot of people have to have more training than I have had, but so I think it's a big privilege, and I'm glad I have a chance to be in it.
And that's how choreography works, is that you sit and listen, you wait for me to present the idea to you, I present the idea, I teach you the step, you must try your hardest to pick it up as soon as you can, to figure out what you're doing, practice it, practice on the side, and be ready to go.
Rehearsing things separately and trying to give the children especially an idea of what was to come, of what it would be like. And I think until they got to the theater and actually saw how big it was and how many people were involved, they had no idea what they were involved in. The whole thing was put together just weeks before the performance, so they didn't even really see the other cast members until several weeks before the show. It was all put together at the last minute.
And now the other cast members, they were...
Being ballet art students and other professionals in the community, dancers from the University of Minnesota, New Dance Lab. Then we also had guest performers from the Dance Theater of Harlem.
How did the dancers from Dance Theater of Harlem get involved in the project?
Because dance is always, ballet in particular, has been seen as kind of an elitist white thing, and we wanted to really break that notion and really give some role modeling to minority children. So we brought them in, and they were wonderful, thrilled. And Rhea, the girl that played Marie, grew up as a single-parented child without much money, without much opportunity, that happened to be really talented, and she was kind of discovered. And she kind of really enjoyed this project, that she felt that she was giving back something that she had gotten.
is to make a combination of diverse areas of America, of our rich cultural backgrounds, and bring all these people together to create kind of synergy that makes it an American Nutcracker. And what we've done is brought in a choreographer from New York whose background is very different from the classical background that's usually performed. And he's going to work with the children in a very different way, and he's going to create something very unusual, I think, for our Nutcracker.
First, it was like weird, then scary, then like the performances, it was like I was like trembling and stuff.
Do you think that when you went on stage, did you hear a lot of clapping and were you sort of scared?
Yes.
Did you see your parents in the background? Right.
No.
I couldn't see it, it's so dark. When the Nutcracker was going on, did you have a lot of people come for you?
Well, I only invited my parents because I was going to invite my teacher, but I'm on cable. My friend Kaya over there, she invited my teacher, and it was a lot of fun.
Was it hard being in ballet with your sister?
Kind of.
Is it fun being in the Nutcracker project in front of all those people?
Yes.
Was that scary at any times?
Sort of.
Was it hard in the studio and on stage dancing with your sister?
Not really.
Going on backstage, during the performance.
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic, and actually the way I never have seen the whole thing. I have to admit, I've seen it on tape, but I never saw it the whole thing live because during the whole first act, I was downstairs with the kids warming them up. The energy was incredible, and the energy that the children had and gave towards this project was just incredible. I mean, they were literally tearing at the seams backstage waiting to get on stage, and it was just such a thrilling moment when they did step on stage and let all their energy out. Their role was in the second act in Mother Ginger's kitchen, as we called it. And it's typically the scene where a bit large woman comes out, and in this case it was Mother Ginger, and in her kitchen there were candies, and the children played the roles of the candies. There were baby candies, which were the little itty-bitty kids with the little ribbon or little, they just look like little wrapped candies. And then there were ribbon candies and candy canes. And then the boys just played the parts of boys kind of going through the candy store.
Did you like the Nutcracker performances?
Oh, I thought it was a wonderful performance. Very exciting, very innovative.
Did you like watching your children dance? Did you like the practices?
I thought it was it was really wonderful. Especially I was like the practices, you watch your children and you're wondering how are they ever going to put this together and, get a really good ballet out of it. But, sometimes when you'd watch, and you just saw the parts. But when it all came together, I was just so amazed at how great it was.
What do you like the most about the ballet?
I like getting the applause.
What part the most did you like?
I liked the interpretation. I thought it was multicultural, multi-ethnic, and I really liked that the kids who came from the parks just had a good time learning how to do it, and they just excelled. It was wonderful.
Did you go to any of the performances?
Yeah, we went to both performances, and she did really good, and we were really proud of her, and she got lots of applause, and we're hoping that she can continue on with it.
How did she look in her costume?
Really cute. We liked the color, but she hated the color green on her, but she looked cute. She just doesn't want to admit it.
And the clothes.
Tights. We had to wear tights.
We had to wear black pantyhose. It was horrible.
And so what makes it frightening is some of us were starting to like it.
And the kids that we worked with had so much love for life and exuberance, and it transcended whatever problems they had in their lives. They managed to just soak up information and soak up life, and it was really incredible to see, and their energy and the commitment that they gave. The whole experience was so positive for me.